Guys, aim assist has been nerfed so hard. Okay guys, so aim assist has been nerfed because half of it is going to be gone. If you use legacy settings, then say goodbye, because they're getting rid of legacy settings in 6 days. Legacy aim assist has allowed snapping on to targets, which means that, you know what, I'll just show you a clip. Okay, so I am a controller player, and even I have to agree, what I just saw was absolutely overpowered. So, I mean, I use exponential actually. So, I don't do that, I can't do that, but that is overpowered. Several pros, like Unknown Army, who use Legacy are very unhappy with this change that Epic wants to implement. There are other pros though who are extremely happy with this change. It seems as if the Fortnite community has never, ever agreed on aim assist. PC players and keyboard and mouse players always saying it's too powerful, while controller players like me always saying it's not powerful enough. Not many people are on the middle ground. I personally agree it's a little too powerful right now. Anyways, it seems as if just as split on this as we are, Epic is even more confused on what to do here, because it seems as if they've always been one side, then the other, then one side, then the other. Yet, like, think about it. In the beginning, it was all about computer and mouse. Then it was about controller, then it was about computer and mouse, and then it went a long time, and then we got to Season X, where they introduced this whole new system, including 2 new types of aim assist, and including linear, exponential, and you can still use legacy. Right now, where controller is way more dominant, but after this, I think computer and mouse will definitely be more dominant again, and then controller will be complaining, and I think this is going to continue. So, Epic has no idea what they're doing, if we're just being 100% honest. I wouldn't either. Console brings more of your average players, but computer brings your good World Cup winners, computer players. So it's kind of hard for them to decide. Almost all of their competitive comes from computer. They can't make them mad. Almost every single competitor who plays Fortnite will get mad, but then otherwise they lose out on the people who play Xbox, PS4, Switch. Like, that's three things that use controller, and they will be so mad if they don't get any recognition, because aim assist is basically, no, like seriously, look at this. This is what we use to move. That's how we aim, versus PC players who I've seen literally get whole desks for mouse pads. Compare it for a second. And then you realize why so many controller players are mad. But then also think about the fact that no one wants to get lasered, which is like, because aim assist is practically aimbot with legacy. So, of course, PC is mad. They're getting destroyed by people just because that they have to deal with this. Sorry if I say mad guys, but it's just a lot to talk about and I don't have a lot of time. But also remember, you're entitled to your own opinion. Don't say what your friends say or what other people on your platform say. Say what you think. 2% of people who played in World Cup were controller players. None of those people played on console. This is what I expect will happen with this nerf. But PC players think that this is gonna fix things because we won't be able to lock onto them with ARs anymore. But oh my god, when you see a linear player in your box with a shotgun and then you realize you're dead 2 seconds afterwards because aim assist is overpowered when you're using linear or exponential at a close range, you guys will be crying then if you think it's overpowered now. I feel like Epic really messed this up because Legacy should still be a thing. It's broken, I agree, but it's easy solution. Just make it so that it doesn't lock on as hard, like a slower lock on time or a closer range for it to lock on. But no, Epic said, oh, this thing can lock on from 5 miles away? Okay, let's just get rid of the whole thing instead of fixing it. This is going to mess up the flow of Fortnite so much because so many people will just be back to square one when trying to use their controller. The World Cup will be coming up if it isn't canceled by the corona. But the thing is, if it isn't, I can guarantee you we won't see one controller player that used to play on Legacy before this nerf. Because they will be so screwed going into the qualifiers. Like seriously, even if you manage to get your settings exactly from what you used to use on Legacy, it's so different. I remember trying to change back in Season X when it first came out. It's so different. Yeah, I doubt we're gonna have much controller game in the Fortnite World Cup. Okay guys, so that's all for this video. I really don't have enough time at all. So what I'm gonna do is next week I'm gonna post part 2, which will include how the nerf is changing everything. And then I will also include in that video the best settings. And then after that, week after next week, will be when I finally finish this up. So yeah, I'm splitting this into 3 parts, guys. There's just so much to talk about it. I might change it up, but that's it for this one. Remember, keep your own opinions and make sure that you're going to be able to make this switch smoothly. Start switching now. Start switching now, that way it doesn't hit like a bus when it finally comes. See ya. Airstrike Gamer 1, over and out. Okay guys, that's it for this one. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and check back next week for part 2 on this video. Yeah, I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of 2020, so please do subscribe. Go check out my Twitch, LMS_Airstrike Gamer. But that's it for this one. See you next week with part 2. Bye.